Hey everybody, how's it going? No, this is not a mistake. This is not a weird thing or anything. Premier rate's up, so we're doing that today. We're also continuing the Attorney Trilogy. We're actually a little bit further into the trilogy than into the Turnberry Evolutions than I thought we were going to be at this point in time. So we have a little bit of free time. So let's go do a raid, the 7-star raid, which is going to take us about 10 or 2 minutes, and we're back to Apologists anyway. So this is going to be a little quickie. I'm already at quick raid. I'm already here anyway, so we're all set up. Here's we're using Vaporeon. We're probably going to faint once, but other than that, we're all set up. We are a steel type because Premier is furry, and Water Sword kind of deals with some annoying problems, and obviously Silver says Steph furry and Psychic was got. Here's our move list. Here is our stat lineup, and I think that's about it. Let's just get into it. All right. So yeah, we're probably going to get a Fiend, but that's about as much as we'll get. And so once we're done that, it's back to Apollo. So a little bit of a breather. Alright. So we're gonna go Mud Slap. Oh, I did practice on this. I did do it on my obviously valid, and Premium literally knocked me out. So, now I'd use a Sing. Excuse me. It's not going the way I promised run. Oh, could be the EVs that are costing it. Huh. Everyone used Moonblast me a lot, so. Huh. You probably get a set of fake tears in. I'm very confused right now. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's removal stats on itself. There's no point in me trying to calm mine just yet. I need to do this reset on us. Which I believe it would use when there is... Start prepping up. 80% of the time remaining. Should pass that. It's probably going to do it again, though. No? Comment? See again? Oh, there it is. Valuable most of the Encore. Oh shit, I used Terror Blast by accident! Nice! That was the one turn I was worried because that's the one turn we have no ability. Alright, let's set up our combines then. Wait, it's still... Why is it just using Sting? Why is it just using Sting? It has other moves. It has other moves. Alright, it's got other moves. Afternoon, Jason. Hope you're having a good day. It's got other moves! Primavera! Why are you just using Sing? You have other moves! we actually gonna win? We'll use one more combine. Huh. Okay. Well, convenient, I guess. Convenient. You have other moves! Use them other moves! You have a moon blast! Use it! Why am I getting so worked up about Premier not doing an attack? Are we? Did this Premier just decide I wanted to be a diva? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the... It has to use Surf because it's part of the thing. We exclude Surf. Okay. You can attack it. I believe it's... I mean, it did damage. Oh, it was actually... Oh, there's no way for it to use Psychic. See, I actually legitimately use Psychic. It did another move! It finally did another move. Hooray! Alright, we're pretty much done here, so I'll after this we'll go set up a Apollo Justice. This is by far one of the easiest raids we've done. Second to freaking Hitsui Gudra being on a raid. That was hilarious because I used to no damage. Alright. That was like insanely easy. There's other Pokemon to use. I just thought Big Pokemon was the best one because it's easier. Everyone can like access it, can get a Big Pokemon easy. Alright, let's cast this Premier Rail. Let's see what we get off, and then I will go set up Apollo Justice. And then we're yeah. We're actually good on time here, so surprisingly enough, we can do this. That I'm with that every 7-star raid as this came out, excluding the Charizard. That's fine. Although my final one going to sounds, I got a bitter, a salty, a spicy, and 2-star. Alright. That was about 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes. Hit that raise. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna save. I'm going to be right back. And we'll go into... There we go. Be back in a second. I'm going to set up Apollo Justice 9. Alright, we're all good. So, yeah, I'm just gonna about 10 minutes. Anyway, for recapping what we were doing with Apollo Justice, we're still in the middle of Tournament Revolutions. We had just started the trial section and almost lost, but our prosecutor this time around is entertaining some notions, and now we're on the second part to cross the time and Maya Faye. Yeah, that's Ractor, right? Yes. Yes. May 19th, High Court Crown, accused lobby. Talk about some real close shaves! Well, you can't get a closer shave than the headsman's brand of blades, that's for sure. The trial's not even over yet, and I'm already exhausted. Still, you were able to fight back the queen herself in there. Well, maybe with Miss Faye's help, I won't keep on playing her game much longer. Speaking of which, I guess it's a little late to be asking, but you think she's well enough to testify, Mr. Wright? She slept all day yesterday out of exhaustion, apparently. But that's all it was. She should be okay. Hardhead! Hornhead! Oh, hello, Your Benevolence. Princess Raifa, you were really impressive in there.
I am the royal priestess Raifa Padma Kurain. And I am prepared to face my father's death.
Despite your mother's opposition, you stood your ground. And in doing so, you fulfilled your duty as the royal priestess. It was all thanks to you and your friends. Your belief in me gave me the courage to follow my path. So, you have my gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I know, I shall thank you with a gift. What would you like? A cow, a horse? Or perhaps I shall reward your efforts with a royal shoulder massage. Oh, that's okay, Your Benevolence. Your gratitude is more than enough. Thanks. But I thought you Americans liked massages. My techniques were highly praised by my father, I'll have you know. Hey you, lawyers! Where's the accused? Huh? The root? That's a good question. I blew it big time, AJ. That's... What did you do? That's... Shut up, you! What's going on? A scoundrel tried to escape with the accused! What? You were able to nab him, but the accused is nowhere to be found! Where are you hiding him, you miscreants? I keep telling you, I have no idea where he went! I mean, yeah, we booked it together. But I lost track of him after that. So Daruk's on the lam now? Probably, but who knows? He vanished in the blink of an eye. Vanished? You wanna know something, AJ? Daruk said to me, I can't put Amara in danger. I have to set her free before it's too late. What? Don't tell me he's going to rescue her. But that's what I'm telling you. It's why I helped him escape in the first place. That? Do you realize what you've done? Well, what's done is done. Still, why did he choose to go rescue her now? Maybe he didn't want to die with any regrets or something. You know, just in case he ended up on the chopping block. Hi, Daruk. Thought you believed in me. Ah, don't be like AJ. He'll be back as soon as he frees Amara. You'll see. That's not the point, Dots. Listen, lawyer. You let us know immediately if the accused contacts you. The trial will resume. See that you are ready. What? Wait, the trial's still on? You went to the defendant? Those were her Emerson's orders. We will return to the courtroom at once. Let's go, Apollo. All we can do is see where the next testimony leads. May 19th, High Court of Korean. Was that? Yeah. Now then, let us resume the trial at hand. Your Majesty, my client seems to have gone missing. What do you think, Your Eminence? You be proceeded with the accused? Why not? My royal guard is looking for him as we speak. They shall find him soon enough. They will not dare to keep me waiting. Yes, but what about the law governing court proceedings? Then I shall simply revise it. As ruling sovereign of Korean, I proclaim the following. Should the accused be an enemy of the crown, they may be tried in absentia. Well, in that case, I guess there's no problem with proceeding. Will the witness, Miss Maifei, please approach the stand? Sorry to summon you like this, Maya. Being dragged out of bed and into the court isn't exactly a fun wake-up call, Nick. I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It was my idea. And you are? Oh, right. I'm Apollo Justice. It's nice to finally meet you. Oh, so you're Apollo! Nick told me all about you! You're the new guy with the light voice! Oh, that bit of an unreliable streak, right? Unreliable? Well, that was 2 years ago. We've come a long way since. But why am I called here anyway? Am I under arrest again? I don't blame her for actually jumped to that conclusion. Huh? I guess someone filled her in. Well, she has been asleep this entire time. Miss Faye, this is a trial for Daruk Sarmandi, and you're here as a witness. What? Daruk's been arrested? But that's not exactly the reaction I was expecting. Miss Faye, you are suspected of playing a part in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. What? Someone allegedly forced you to channel the minister to obfuscate the time of his murder. At least that is what the defense claims. Wait, what? How could you, Apollo? How could you even reach that conclusion? Sorry, but it's the only way this whole case makes any sense. Your understandable anger at the defense aside, will you testify, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Majesty. Challenging the minister. I don't have any idea what's going on, but I know I didn't challenge Minister Inga. I didn't even have the chance to do so like that. To do something like that. Besides, I never go quietly along with some criminal's plan. Reading. So, I guess there are some things I go quietly along with. It seems the witness doesn't believe she has ever challenged Justice Minister Inga. And if her words prove to be true, defense, your entire argument becomes moot. You understand you do understand that, don't you? Yes, of course. Doesn't seem like Miss Faye is lying. Apollo, Maya is being awfully secretive about something just now. And I guess I better dig a bit and try to get her to open up to me first. Alright.
Hold it!
You've been asleep ever since you were rescued from the tomb, correct? I was also after being held captive for so long. That must have been terrible. Oh yeah, Mr. Inga didn't do anything to you, did he? Oh no, it wasn't like that. On the contrary, I asked him for all sorts of things. Like what? Like, I'm really craving burgers, and I'll die if I miss an episode of the Plume Punisher. Acting like a brat netted me a TV and even a few burgers from someplace. He was surprisingly nice to me. Huh? Are you sure we're talking about the same guy here? He may have loomed large, but he was unexpectedly easy to push around. Even though he's the one who was responsible for pushing those execution papers through. Oh, that approving executions was simply his preferred method of stress relief. A wife like her, he was probably really pushing them through out of fear. I'm beginning to see why he wanted to stage a coup. In any case, my time at Captive wasn't so bad, but of all the things that happened.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Maybe you just don't remember channeling him. Don't remember? I may be 28, but I'm not senile, you know. Something's not right here. Miss Faye, you were confined to Mara's tomb the whole time, is that correct? Yes, but I wasn't conscious the whole time. Okay, then let me ask you something. Did you ever see Nala at the tomb, dressed as the Rook? Huh? Is this some kind of joke? Afternoon, I hope you're having a good day. I think I remember if I saw something as crazy as that. Suppose that anyone would carry out a crime like that right in front of a potential witness. I hate it when he's right.
Hold it!
You didn't have a chance to channel him? Does channeling someone take a long time? Not really. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty much instantaneous. I was all tied up. Literally! So there was no way for me to make the channeling with my hands to do it. Right. I guess we didn't channeling good then. Oh yeah. When means are done with a session, they can send the spirits back to the other world themselves, right? Sure, unless they're still in Trinity. Amateurs can get possessed by spirits sometimes. But full-fledged mediums can stay in total control of a session. And they can send the deceased spirits right away anytime they want. I take it you can do that too, Miss Faye? Of course! It's a cinch for the new and approved Mystic Maya Faye, Ace Spirit Medium. That's strange. You seem like the same old childish Maya to me. I'll show you, childish Nick.
Hold it!
You wouldn't channel spirits for seemingly purpose? Of course not. Spirit channeling is my bread and butter, and I take a lot of pride in my work. It's like, would you use your legal skills to commit a crime, Apollo? Well, until finger pointing and objecting becomes deadly, I don't see how they can be used. Wow, you're a regular Mr. Smarty Pants, just like Nick. Always at the rave with some sarcastic comeback. I think I'll save my many objections for after the trial. Yes, please. Anyway, I never go along with something like murder.
Hold it!
It's assuming like you're trying to hide something, Miss Faye. Didn't anyone teach you about respecting boundaries, Apollo? It's really rude to pry into a person's private affairs. Sorry, I didn't realize, Wait, we're in a court of law! Yeah, I know. Then what was... Sorry, what was all that about me being rude? I'm just doing my job! Please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Daruk I wouldn't say. You made a promise to Daruk? A pretty big one. I think this is about all you're going to get out of her. Yeah. Enough! The witness is denying that she channeled any spirits. Further questioning is pointless. It appears your little fiction has been soundly exposed for what it is. You should listen to her, Apollo. I don't even know why you suspect me in the first place. I mean, you don't have any evidence of me channeling Mr. Inga, do you? Oh, evidence, huh? There's no point in even thinking about it, really. I didn't use any special... I didn't use anything special to channel spirits, so there wouldn't be anything left behind. That's true. Just like when she channeled the High Priest, all my needs is her own body. If the defense has no evidence to offer, I will have to end this cross-examination. Nah, even she doesn't use any special items to do channeling herself. Right? Do you think there'd be something to complete this deception? Is there any proof that Justice Mr. Inga was channeled? I'll say no, I'll see where we go. Oh, I don't see how there could be, Your Majesty. I see you, Jack. Allow me to go, Apollo. Excuse me? If you were Nick, you would have tried to bluff his way through that one. I'm not missing right. I'd like to retract my previous statement. And as to whether there was any proof that Mr. Inga was channeled, you bet there is. Really? Well, not. You're bluffing, I take it. I'll be fine. You're right, and there must be some sort of proof to back us up. Pain sincere thinking of whole justice. Okay. When you know when Rayfest saw her father, he wasn't dressed like Miss Faye, right? Right, because if he was, Rayfest would have immediately known he was being channeled. That means he was dressed in his usual suit when Rayfest saw him. Aha! Good thinking, Apollo. This might be the perfect angle to attack from. Alright, let's have an answer from the defense. What proof do you have that Miss Faye was channeling Mr. Inga? This. Is that a gemstone? We found this among the ashes of one of the tombstones in Sense Burners. Does this gemstone ring any bells, Your Eminence? What? What was that doing in the tomb? Ah, so you do recognize it. But then, as his wife, how could you not recognize this gemstone button from your husband's jacket? Huh? I don't get where you're going with this. Channeling Mr. Inga alone wouldn't be enough to fool someone like Princess Raifa. Especially if he were wearing your clothes. So you wouldn't have a chance to change. Sorry, you would have had the chance to change into the minister's clothes before channeling him. Ah! Miss Faye, you used the minister's clothes as cover while going from his room to the tomb. Will you burn them once you no longer needed them? What? Uh-oh. She seems genuinely surprised by that, Apollo.
Objection!
Miss Faye? Yes? You know my husband's name. It was, Inga Korayan, right? That is correct. In part, but there's more. Much more. Oh, shoot. I'm doing it again. Inga Karho Ohakuri dis Isnahan Bahanai La Ka Omo Pomamistan Mid Ali Iskirai in the third. It doesn't mean it's not easy the second time around. That is his true name. Could it be any longer? Due to his length. Ah, nice! Due to its length, only a portion of it was ever made public. Smizay, did you know its true name? No, I mean, how could I? Precisely. Yet a medium must know both the face and true name of the one she seeks to channel. So then, Miss Faye couldn't have channeled Minister Inga. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Why would I want to randomly channel some old guy I didn't know? And didn't thanks to that last trial, I can't believe this. Apollo, I really don't think Maya's lying. However, your line of reasoning still seems credible to me. I agree, but there's something tripping us up in the details. Maybe we're working off some wrong assumptions again. Now, Apollo, I was thinking. Yes? Since I didn't channel Mr. Inga, is it possible that someone else did? Someone else? But who else could it have been? I haven't thought of that far yet. Such chatter is with mirror. Let us move on, shall we? Anchor, what Graham says. I'm going to figure this out. If Muslim is Faye, and the Queen has an alibi, then... Apollo, forget about who's capable of channeling spirits for a second. I should consider the circumstances around the channeling, right? Right. You know Rafa saw her father come running out of his private quarters. If he was being channeled at the time, who could it have been? It had to have been someone who was in Inga's private quarters. Well, I mean defense. And you know how much I despise waiting. Yes, but there is something else besides Miss Faye. Now, there was someone else besides Miss Faye who could have channeled Minister Inga. There is just one more person, and they were in Inga's private quarters. The person is our only hope now. So the defense believes there was another. Let's have your Phariseer's answer then. With pleasure. Horn Devil! Who could have channeled Minister Inga?
Take that!
Naya? Your armor said it yourself. That's right. Naya never did go into the tomb that day. Instead, she entered my husband's private quarters. How do you know? It's quite simple. Shoeprints were discovered in Inga's private quarters. Shoeprints that belonged to Naya. And then there's her relentless statement. She said Nala disappeared right after she entered Minister Inga's private quarters. The room from which Minister Inga himself came running out of not long afterwards. You're not seriously suggesting... It's the only thing that makes sense. Naya channeled Minister Inga and left his private quarters thereafter. That's why no one has seen her since. And why only the Minister's shoeprints were found outside his residence? No way! That's gotta be it. Naya must have somehow channeled the Minister. All of the circumstantial evidence has fallen into place. You can't ignore it anymore. You claim Naya isn't connected to this case somehow. In light of this, the defense calls Naya to the stand. Well, you're in. Very well then, let us call Nala to testify. Yes, now we can finally crack this case wide open. Let's adjourn when a witness is summoned. There is no need. Nala's in the waiting room lobby. What? Nala's here? I thought she got missing. It seems she was feeling unwell and simply wished to rest undisturbed. But her concern for Rafa brought her here today. She took time to avoid Rafa's knowledge. It's your consent. I bet there's more than her disappearing act that meets the eye, Apollo. It's not. You do understand why you have been summoned here today. Yes, of course. Her Ernest has informed me that this man here suspects I have committed the crime. This is not. That's quite the hurdle. But I say, I suppose I'm not as old as I have thought. As old as I thought. But this whole devil nincompoop would take me for a criminal. Nincompoop? Isn't that Rafa's favorite insult? I guess now I rubbed off on her. Out of all that time they spent together. Hello, Ice. How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. You there, young hornhead. Yes? You are accusing me of slaying Minister Inga and channeling his spirit, yes? What an active imagination you have. Young folks are so wonderfully open-minded. Ah! Hope you're working well then. Thanks. Just take the compliment, Justice. Now then, will the witnesses please proceed with her testimony? This court wishes to know if you did or did not challenge Mr. Inga in his private quarters. I'm no spirit medium, Sonny. I was feeling under the weather yesterday. Oh well, thanks. We're getting to the end game of this. We'll probably have the hoping well the whole thing finished by next Friday. If Tournament Time Traveler is like 4 episodes long. Or 4 parts long. Because I kind of remember how long Tournament Time Traveler is. 4. I should I win, I'm right. Oh crap. That's not, so I decided to rest these rare bones. Besides. Oh shit! I accidentally hit the auto play button. No, don't. Let's give it a surprise. Alright, besides which, a lowly servant such as I could not possibly have been an honorable spirit medium. Only members of the royal family can learn the art of spirit channeling here in Quran. After Queen Mara's passing, her Emerald's Queen Garan is the only spirit medium left. If you believe a medium to be the culprit, it would have been that young lass Maya Fair. And there you have it. It seems we have summoned her for nothing. Only those of the royal bloodline have the power of spirit channeling. That's a certain. That's a. Says Nala could channel spirits is a most amusing jest. So we haven't got to that point yet, and I don't think my opinion has changed much. But on the surface anyway. Their only line of reasoning has led us to this end. And now I'll challenge Inga's spirit. Alright, the defense may not question the witness. I know. I know your fault. Alright.
Hold it!
He's definitely not the top ones. He's not the top, but the best prosecutors. Albie stalked through your hat when you were in the courtyard yesterday afternoon. Was it after that you decided to take a rest? It happened. I have been feeling unwell all day. I have pushed myself too hard. I kept feeling weak and dizzy, and that dirty mongrel only served to worsen my condition. Well, I sympathize for you, Nala. Naya. Ah, you took the whole day off without informing Princess Raifa? And yeah, I can understand why. Alright. She was very worried about you, you know. I very kind of her benevolence. But she need not concern herself with the welfare of a mere servant such as I. Yeah. Well, I was talking with some people on Tuesday. And there was something I mentioned that would have been a very interesting idea. If they went through, but they didn't, so it's unfortunate. Except to Raifa, Nala is not just a mere servant. Even think a mere commoner could channel a spirit or slay a minister? What hogwash?
Hold it!
I hear you're the head servant, isn't that right? Are you suggesting that my position affords me the ability to channel spirits? Since you're the head servant of a family of channelers, I say it's plausible. If you wanted to, it's not impossible for you to learn through exposure. I think not. But that goes against the very underpinning of the Kingdom of Korian. To become a spirit medium requires a noble spirit and rigorous training. But most importantly, one must be a direct descendant of the founder. It is not simply some hobby one can take up in the manner of knitting or gardening. So commoners could never become a medium, no matter how hard they tried. That is common knowledge to all who are born and raised here, young Hornhead.
Hold it!
Okay then. What if you actually had royal blood in your veins, Nala? Oh yeah? Like a distant relative or something? I am from a line of humble fishermen, all the way back to my grandfather's grandfather. I've never heard talk of royal blood or noble ancestry. Hello, spirit channeling is a secret art passed down from from mother to daughter. And even with a royal ancestor, it'd be impossible to learn without the right training. It is as the bard once said, it also must be mentioned. It also must be mentioned that the secret art reading, is only taught here in the Kingdom of Korian and your country's Korian village. Why aren't the things falling into place like I expected? I would ask the witness to continue her testimony. Yep.
Hold it!
Winamar was the victim of an assassination, right? Yes. Oh, she was a beautiful, gentle soul. But then she fell in love with a man of dubious origins and was murdered in a terrible blaze. Fate can be so cruel. Except she's actually still alive. Or Nala, another follower unwittingly praying over an empty sarcophagus. Myra, he who had been locked away and her assistance in this world erased. But the fact that she is still alive shackles Nayuda the Grand's will. Aina, the only reason you're still standing by that woman's side is because you're afraid of what would happen to Amara otherwise, right? We need not recount such ancient history. Let us continue with the witness's testimony.
Hold it!
Alright. Miss Faye was being held hostage. She was completely tied up and didn't even know Minister Inga's true name, making it impossible for her to kill or channel him. I know nothing of that.
Objection!
Listen, you horned devil. Were you not just insinuating that it was Maya Faye who channeled Minister Inga? I quickly changed your tune. No, I'm just quick on my feet when new information presents itself. I'm also quick to force my biggest smile when times like these demand it. It's great that you're following my advice, Apollo. But try not to look look so forced while you do it, would you? Naya's right about one thing, though. Only those of the royal bloodline can be spear mediums in Korean. How folks like us are out of luck. Yeah, I guess so. Still, I think I'm finally close to. I'll finally be close to connecting all the dots once I figure one very big thing out. I think I know the statement and the evidence, but I could be wrong. It's this and this evidence.
Objection!
Yes! I'm going off memory here, by the way. Okay, so I presented what makes sense in terms of a direct contradiction. Except I don't know how to make it make sense in the larger context of this case. Well, is the defense going to follow up its slight objection with a sound explanation? Oh, sorry. How do I put this? I believe there's a problem with Nala's testimony. Go on. She's asserted that she could not possibly be a spear medium because in Korean, only members of the royal family can learn how to channel spirits. I fail to see the problem in that statement defense. Hold on. I'm getting to it, Your Majesty. I just stated an absolute falsehood. Since we know that Amara is still alive, at the same time, circumstantial evidence points to Nala channeling Inga. After all, just after she entered his private quarters, Inga came running out screaming, despite having been killed at 2 PM. That would mean that Nala channeled Inga, even though supposedly only those of the royal family are capable of doing so. Wait. It's too late yet. Okay. Is it too late to ask for a refund on my trip down the rabbit hole? Mr. Wright? I think I've lost my mind with this bluff, but if I can at least establish the possibility, I think it gives us the break we need. Wait a sec. Are you going to propose what I think you are? Yes, it's a huge risk. I think there's a chance I can prove it. Will the court please take a look at this photo? Nuts. This photo's very assistance, to say nothing of the person in it, contradicts the witness's claim. That Queen Garan is the only remaining spear medium in Korean. Horto! You mustn't! Oh, but I must. Under these circumstances, the outcome of this trial depends on it. But you already knew that, didn't you, Your Eminence? Will the defense please explain who is shown in this photograph? The person in this photo is the previous queen, Amara Sekasar Korean. Contrary to popular belief, she was never assassinated. In fact, she's very much alive. What? That's nonsense! Take a good look at the logbook in the photo, Your Majesty. Sorry, in this photo, Your Majesty. The mark of the dragon branded on it could only have been placed there after Queen Graham's supposed assassination. Are still alive? It's a lyrical man? Well, while I personally find it hard to believe, I will allow the defense to continue. You may proceed, defense. Queen Amara's death was staged to keep her safe from her would-be killer. Yet, according to the Rook, she is actually being held captive somewhere. But the real truth is that Queen Amara is not being held in confinement. Rather, she walks freely among us. Here, in this very courtroom today. But how? Do not be deceived, Your Majesty. The Red Pepper is skilled in weaving plausible lies. Sorry, weaving plausible lies. It is a cunning lawyering art known as bluffing. But knowing this, there is no need to fear his forked tongue.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, prosecutor. Because you'll be quickening your boots soon enough. Is that so? It's my turn, Anita, to wake you up to the truth right before your eyes. Queen Amara is still very much alive and has been disguising herself as. Hey, why am I saving that? I knew everything all points to this.
Take that!
But that's. This is the simplest and cleanest explanation for everything we've covered so far. The person who killed Minister Inga, someone with the intimate knowledge of the divination seance, the medium who channeled the minister in order to mask the real time of his death. Condense these traits into one person and you get a spare medium of royal blood. And that person is none other than you, Naya. Your true identity is the former Queen Amara and the killer we've been looking for all along. Well, what?
Objection!
Have you finally lost your mind, Mr. Justice? What you say is beyond blasphemous, even in the depths of hell. Oh my, such frightening allegations. Indeed, and absolutely ludicrous to boot. For Emerald's Queen Amara yet lives, and is actually Miss Nala here? You have truly gone off the deep end. You don't have to take my word for it. In fact, a certain someone can help me prove it. Your Emeralds! If Queen Amara truly is dead, you should be able to channel her spirit right here, right now. Isn't that correct? I can. Denied no longer. The lawyer speaks the truth. Nala, the woman who stands here before us, is Amara, the former queen believed to have perished 23 years ago. Pokunka! Finally, we finally got Angus Real Kidder on the stand. No. Amara Sekasar Karayan. Please drop the act and tell us what really happened. Oh dearie me. I guess I shouldn't have underestimated the power of youth. Well done, young hornhead. The entrance was really good, though. Oh! I was getting tired of masquerading as a woman anyway. It has been far too long since I've last greeted you, good people of Karayan. It is I, Amara Sikatar Karayan, your former queen. Queen Amara! What? Not for Karayan's makeover was a stream. I really betrayed? You are alive and well? It is true. I feel as if I have been called back from the Twilight Realm. I fear I have caused all of you a great deal of distress. Amara? I'm sorry, I'm unable to keep your secret any longer. I hope you can forgive me. This is quite alright, Graham. I am safe now. But Daruk, that blackguard who threatened my life, will be recaptured soon enough. I need not conceal my identity any longer. Queen Amar, what? What does this all mean? Were you not killed in that fire 23 years ago? I burned to get that pleased with my life. But even though I survived, I knew that scoundrel would make further attempts on my life. Therefore, I staged my death and abdicated the throne to my dear sister Garan. But the building of that great tomb! And his treasures that was a loyal servant! Why would you do such a thing? Garan, I will have you explain. I wish for her to be close at hand. That was the only way I felt I could protect her. And it was the best way to hide her from the eyes of the public. After all, who can conceive of Amara lowering her station to that of a servant? She got that right. Even the rigful of Amara being held captive in some far off place. He never even guessed she was living as a servant. Right in plain sight! I must say, a life dedicated to the servitude of others is not the least bit disagreeable. It is a quiet, humble assistance, far removed from the tedium of regal duties. Ah, but those days of peace have ended. And it's all because of you, Hornhead. You should consider yourself lucky if at all this ends with. Sorry, that's all it ends with, sorry. If there's something you wish to say, then say it. It doesn't matter who you are. You won't escape the crime you committed. The defense? Moves to indict you just as Mr. Inga's true real killer. What's this? You're accused Queen Amara of homicide? The Grand Priestess of Grindism? You can't do that! She's virtually a goddess in the eyes of her people! If you committed the crime, you better be ready to do the time. Be you a priest, saint, god, queen, or god. Huh. I've never met such like a literal person. Pretty sure I got that one wrong. Queen Amara, in your years disguised as Nala, you would have learned about Minister Inga's disorder. So you know you could dress in the Rook's clothes to forge a convincing seance vision. Isn't that right? Oh, what a curious character you are. You would level me, a murderer. Me, the one who the people regard as the reincarnation of the Holy Mother herself. You may be a grand figure in Koreanism, but as a foreigner, you're just another suspect to me. But you're just another. It would appear your words are not in jest. Am I to suffer the sully of my good name with accusations of murder most foul? Please, Queen Amara, forgive his impudence. The lawyer knows not what he speaks. Fear not, good majesty, for this is the sacred hall of justice. No, I am the Grand Priestess. I am a Grand Priestess. On this stand, I am but a witness like any other. I shall face his accusations with grace and benevolence. Your compassion overflows your mercifulness. Oh, young lawyer. In my benevolence, I must warn you that your assertion suffers from a tragic flaw. Huh? There's a flaw? Nayudha? Yes, your mercifulness. Who was present in the tomb when the murder was discovered? The Rook Shamandi, Maya Fey, and the victim, Minister Inga. Minister Inga. I see. That is a fatal flaw indeed. It appears Queen Amara couldn't possibly have gone to the tomb as Minister Inga. What? Why not? Do not keep the defense waiting, Nayuda. Explain how wrong he truly is. Yes, your mercifulness. Her benevolence, Princess Refa, saw Minister Inga enter the tomb at around 2:30 p.m. You, the defense, claimed the person she saw was the minister being channeled by Queen Amara. However, if her mercifulness had channeled him and moved to the tomb, then once she was done channeling, Queen Amara would have re-emerged and been left stuck in the tomb. Yeah. Had she tried to exit before you all arrived, Princess Refa, who had been looking down upon the courtyard, would have seen her. However, her benevolence saw nothing of the sort. In conclusion, Queen Amara could not have left the tomb without being observed. And yet, she was there in the tomb when the murder was discovered. Defense? No, she wasn't. Now do you see? Your flimsy claim has been uprooted like a sapling in a flood. Well, that was entertaining. Assume the prosecution of this case and clear your mother's good name. You wish for me to take over? Yes, Prosecute your father to save your mother. What a poignant fate you bear, and bear you must. Are you ready? Yes, your reverence. And there you have it, your majesty. I shall watch the rest of the proceedings from the sidelines. I relinquish complete control of the sacred hall to your authorities once more. Why, thank you, your reverence. Now then, your mercifulness, your testimony, if you please. Alright. The lawyer's furious, sir. Now I shall assure your utter, sir. Your utterly absurd and barbaric fury. I was not anywhere near the tomb following the murder. Were your theory correct, I would have been in the tomb once I stopped channeling. My husband, Daruk, is the killer, but he had fled from the sacred hall. May the Holy Mother bring judgment upon the traitor Daruk Shamandi for his crime. Oh, such marvelous testimony! You are truly a treasure, your mercifulness. This too is but by the grace of her holiness. No doubt my unmasking here today was her will as well. Oh my! Holy Mother, you say? Yes, surely her holiness has guided me to this witness stand. And to purify the truth. Oh, hi, magnificent, Queen Amar, the Holy Mother's messenger here on Earth. Please be here are blessings of the magnificent. Where did those animals even come from? Now then, the defense may question the witness. Nah, but remember, she is the Crown Priestess. The no disrespect will not be tolerated. That means no point in any conflicts, inconsistencies, or any other flaws in her testimony. A cruel truth.
Hold it!
My fear is utterly absurd and barbaric. And highly handed, if I say so. Neither was right to call you putrid-minded. Surely even the monkeys of my Poniponi's holy waterfall could devise a better fury. Surely you can't steal better insults than Nayuda's best. Now then, to all of you gathered in the sacred hall, need I remind you.
Hold it!
Well, maybe. Or hiding inside a sarcophagus. Maybe you were hiding sarcophagus art? After all, it does technically belong to you. Alright. I bet you have no trouble opening it. If I had been in there, I would not be here today. For the tomb has been under constant surveillance since the murder. I would have never been able to leave. Oh, that. I guess not. If I may ask, what's in the sarcophagus anyway? You're still alive, so... There is despair, sadness, hatred, and malice. Okay, only one brave enough to see the truth hidden deep within. Could have discovered the final hope. My continued corporality. You've completely lost me. Okay, in other words, it's empty. Okay, but no one dared to open it because they were too scared of the curse. Alright. Okay, now will you dispense of your theory? It is as empty as my sarcophagus. Sorry.
Hold it!
I admit you weren't in the tomb after the murder. Very good. But that very truth refutes your theory. Eli challenged Mr. Inga and entered the tomb. The moment I ceased challenging him, I would have re-emerged at the crime scene. Precisely, as you said. In your self-defense, Myanmar was not there after the murder. Only the only living souls in the tomb at the time were Daruk Shamani and Maya Fey. Okay. Urgh. Be it in this life or the next. Sorry. There is no escaping such simple truths.
Hold it!
There must be a reason why he had to make us escape today. A reason? Ah, perhaps. Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie in waiting for another chance to claim my life. What's this?
Objection!
No, not it's not that, not that thing like it's definitely not like that. Your mercifulness. Alright. First of all, you don't really believe he's trying to kill you, do you? Okay, after all, you two ran off together after he rescued you all those years ago. That was only because he had the audacity to claim it wasn't me. You must believe me. It was my duty as wife to her husband. To bend an ear to him, was it not? Communication after disagreement is the secret to a long and happy marriage. Sure, I guess. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Don't ask me. Okay, that is why I listen to the Rook. However, he didn't have a shred of evidence to support his claim. It grieves me to admit it, but my husband truly did try to murder me. That's quite enough! It's abundantly clear that Queen Amar's testimony is flawless. Ho ho ho. Do you understand now, lawyer? Here. This is bad. The judge isn't going to let me cross-examine her much longer. The marriage should have been in the tomb after the minister's murder, but she wasn't. I don't get it. How did she just vanish from the scene of the crime like that? It shouldn't be possible for normal people to... For normal people. Ah! Maybe. Maybe one. Your Majesty! I think I can explain why PMR wasn't during the tomb after the murder. Very well, defense. Do explain. I believe it was accomplished through a method only she is capable of. And by using this special method, it would be possible for her to literally disappear. Well, don't give us really. Let's hear it. How can Mara disappear from the tomb? All she had to do was challenge someone. Then she could easily disappear from the scene of the crime. After all, she would literally be someone else. Well, I believe that actually makes sense. What do you have to say to that, Queen Amar? You believe that I, a Grand Priestess, would use the sacred power of spirit channeling to commit murder? What the? Mercy, your words on this? How dare you speak such vile blasphemy, defense? You will retract your last statement or face immediate execution. No, Good Majesty, it is quite alright. Bryanism also teaches that we must respond at all times with reasonable principles. Reason principles. Therefore, I shall offer a measured response to his blasphemous accusation. You have something to counter with? Indeed. Now, are you listening? It would not have been possible to simply vanish by means of spirit channeling. At all, it would require a deceased person to channel. However, there was only one murder victim in the tomb. And that was Minister Inga. And only there, right? And then the only others right there after his murder was the Rook and Miss Faye. Ah! Had I challenged Inga as you alleged? Well, the outcome would have been quite odd, to say the least. For there, besides the dead minister, a living, breathing one would have appeared. Even if I had been in the tomb, there was no one to channel except the deceased minister. You see, I couldn't have vanished by means of spirit channeling. That's true, but I can't rule it out yet. Because, well, what if there was another victim? Someone we haven't identified yet. How absurd. I go. Hey, if you challenge someone other than Minister Inga, you could have used their identity to disappear from the tomb. Another them? PMR. Please add your last statement to your testimony. This could explain everything. Wasn't there some sign of another victim there in the tomb? And yet, why do I sense I'm not going to like what I'm about to find out? Mr. Inga was the sole victim. There were no other spirits to challenge until he was dead. Oh.
Hold it!
What, there was another victim besides Mr. Inga? What on earth could you mean? The only body found in the tomb was the minister's. Yeah, but, Mara's counter-arguments are too spot on for us to rebuke. Actually, there is one possibility. What's the matter, Hollow? That's one heck of a face you're making. Oh, no, it's not being real. And yet, that means...
Hold it!
There must have been a reason why he had to make his escape to the... Perhaps... Perhaps what? Perhaps to conceal himself and lie? Oh, we've already done those.
Objection!
I ran more into this. Well, we've got no options but to do this now.
Objection!
Can't believe I'm presenting this. It proves that there was another victim. So, the only one there at the scene of the crime were... No. It can't be! 2 seconds out. Door, so I'll be back in a sec. All right, I'm back. It was just stuff, deliveries and stuff. Anyway, no, it can't be. Would the defense care to share something with us? We know Mara. You knew, didn't you? Whatever are you talking about? If you won't tell the court, then I will. Well, don't keep us waiting. This case includes a second victim. One of the two people found alive in the tomb after the minister's murder was actually already dead. What? A second victim, Apollo? Queen Amara, after you channeled Minister Inga moved to the tomb, you vanished from the scene of the crime by channeling the other victim. That explains why no one found you after the murder was discovered. Oh, you putrid pepper. Of all the half-witted buffoonery to come trembling from your lips. I suppose I won't indulge you and play along with your little delusion. Tell me, Mr. Justice. Who was the other victim? There's no way this can be true. But no, I can't stop now. This is the truth. It's the only way forward to solving this case. The other person who Queen Amara channeled was... Listen, son. If you manage to prove me innocent tomorrow, I don't have long to live. There is no escaping death now that it has set its sights on me. It has set its sights set on me, sorry. Brooke knew everything. But he couldn't bring himself to tell me. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'd be betraying a certain someone if I did. He couldn't accuse the love of his life. Sad truth is, the other victim channeled by Amara was...
Take that!
What? You can't... That's not possible! The defendant, Daruk Shamani, is the one Queen Amara channeled. He's the other victim. This is insanity. Pagunga! Apollo, what are you? You realize what you're proposing?
Objection!
I demand an explanation, Mr. Justice. I don't know when or why Daruk was murdered. The fact and evidence speak for themselves. And this is where they led me. See, after Inga's murder, Daruk and Maya were the only ones in the tomb. But if one of them was actually dead and being channeled by Amara, that can't be, can it? The Rook's bloodstain at the scene, the crime were the clincher for me. He wasn't even injured, so how could he have possibly bled that much? The only logical explanation is the Rook had also been murdered.
Objection!
That's enough! Your explanation cannot be the truth! And you would not dare to claim to have proof to support your assertion. Naruda, I wish it weren't true. I wish with all my heart that I'm wrong. But as much as I don't want to believe it, yes, I can prove it. Rook's killer must have hidden his body. It would have been somewhere nobody would have ever looked. And there's only one such place. You truly have proof? The fastest way would be to actually have someone go check the tomb. Go check the tomb! But why? Because I believe the Rook's killer hid his body here.
Take that!
You would suggest Minamar's sarcophagus, the only place in the tomb that no one would dare to look. Plus, a killer would soon become trapped by hidden in there. But a body? Well, that's a horse of a different color. Which means... I believe we must search the sarcophagus at once. Reverence? Being that Queen Amara yet lives, I trust we may now open it. If we must. Your Majesty, I believe Detective Sky is still there at the tomb. Let us contact her at once, and have her conduct a full investigation into the matter. Now, Detective Sky, your report, if you please. I'll start with my findings. Please, please, please let me be wrong about this. I just want things to be as they were. A search of the sarcophagus revealed a body that appears to be several days old. A body? Detective Sky! Tell me it wasn't the Rook! Tell me my whole fear was completely off base! I have a photo of the body. And I have positively identified it as the Rook Shamandi. Rook! No! No! Why? Why does this have to happen? Damn it, Durham! Answer me! Yeah. How can this be? The traitor Snake, the far head of the insurgents, murdered. Oh, what a joyous day! Those fools shooting for change revolution will finally return to whatever rock they crawled out of under. Those are from under. Yep. Yeah. Hey. What? Was I even fighting for? Apollo. I could have did the joke. But no. I kind of went half. Sort of went to the halfway point, but not fully. Never mind. What am I supposed to do now? I said no. We didn't go full. I didn't go fully. Son. A lawyer. Should never look the way you do right now. A dragon never yields. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. Glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey to the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. But, Daruk, what if the truth is that you're... Hello. In court tomorrow, you may find yourself faced with a truth that is difficult to accept. But I know you, and I know you can handle the truth, no matter what it turns out to be. I know that because I believe in you. You're my son after all. You believed in me that much, Daruk? Daruk, I think I finally understand. I can't yield. Not now. Not ever. Not after Daruk believed in me, despite knowing what was about to happen. Besides, Daruk left me with two things I must do. Are you alright, Apollo? Sorry about that, Mr. Ryan. But I'm fine now. Hello? Detective Sky! Yes? I sure are you that the body's been there for a few days. I'm positive. No autopsy has been performed yet. And I say it's been there at least 3 days. Fortunately, the low temperature inside the sarcophagus kept it from decaying. Oh, on the chest area bore 3 gunshots wounds from a small caliber pistol. Weapons are. I believe they were the cause of death. Rook's court photos, outlook or record. More than 3 days have passed since his death. He was shot 3 times in the chest. At least 3 days, huh? That means Rook was already dead by the time he came to visit me back in the States. Then who was shadowing him? I think it would have been someone who could get into and stay in the UK without arousing suspicion. Yet also had a solid cover story so they wouldn't be seen as missing. I believe this is who was shouting the Rook when I saw him in the States.
Take that!
Maya? Oh, I see. She was being held hostage at the time. So it seemed only natural that she wasn't around. Right. And do you remember what she said earlier? So please, just tell me, what exactly are you hiding? Sorry, but I promised Daruk I wouldn't say. You made a promise? To Daruk? Mm-hmm. A pretty big one. Daruk didn't want his own death to be known. The other members of the Fan Dragons would lose all hope if they found out. And that would snuff out the flames of revolution for good. Miss Faye, the Rook told you to keep quiet about this, didn't he? I guess it's no use hiding it anymore. Yes, I promise not to tell. The Rook made me promise before he died. So I was right then. Apollo? There's something I need to tell you. It's about, you know, the Rook's final moments. I'm listening, Miss Faye. What happened in his final moments? It was soon after I was kidnapped. The Rook paid me a visit in that tomb where I was being held captive. I say it was a few days before Minister Inga's murder. Hey, young lady. Trying to get you up and out of here. Oh! It's that revolutionary guy. I'm here to rescue you. You are? Why? I figured things were a little too quiet with that stamp-sucking scumbag. So I started digging around. And that's when I found out you've been abducted. Why would a rebel help me? Let's go before it's too late. It's already too late for you, pal. Long time no see, you rebel blowhard. Inga, I know you're up to something. I'm going to find out what. That's got a smart. You've become a real thorn in my side, see? It's time for you to be pushing up daisies. The Rook! You should really think a pea shooter like that could kill a dragon? What the? What are you? Some kind of freak? Nuts to this! The Rook was shot several times. He barely even flinched. He sacrificed himself for me. The ropes! These ropes! I've got to help you. Relax. It's going to be okay. Sorry things turned out this way, sorry. But it doesn't look like I have much longer. No, don't say that! You're a spirit medium, aren't you? When I'm gone, I want you to channel my spirit. Stop it! Don't give up like that! You do. Untie a rope like that. Untying a rope like that will be child's play. No! Please, hang in there. You can still make it. Promise. Promise me one thing, young lady. It's about my son. The Rook was talking about you, Apollo. He said he wanted to see you one last time. So he asked me to return to the US and channel his spirit. He really said that? Mm-hmm. He also said he'd been meaning to visit you for years, but kept putting it off. And that this was his last chance. You just showed up here without boarding after all this time? What gives? I came all this way to see you, son. Come, rejoice. Right. Why don't you tell me the real reason you're here? Rook, you really did come to the US because you wanted to see me. I guess this means it was Inga that hid the Rook's body in the sarcophagus after Maya left the tomb. Apollo, you can't stop now. The Rook will want you to keep pressing on. I know, Miss Faye. And I won't disappoint him. Vince, if you're ready to proceed, but first have you answered this. Do you believe the accused's death will impact what we know about this case? Yes, and I believe I can explain everything now. Very well, your explanation please. And there's something just like, yeah, we'll just keep going. Okay, sure. The Rook entered the tomb at 3 PM, time the hostage scene was to take place. Or rather, the Rook, as dressed as Miss Faye did. Now, by the time he entered the tomb at 3 PM, Minister Inga was already dead. I said it because we know that the Minister was murdered at 2 PM. But there was someone else there. This person was already hiding in the tomb, waiting for a chance, waiting to channel the Rook in place of Miss Faye.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it? Fact of the matter is, Queen Amara killed Minister Inga at 2 PM. She went to his private quarters and channeled his spirit. The minister, thinking he was going to be late, hurried to the tomb for the hostage exchange. But once in the tomb, Queen Amara stopped channeling Minister Inga and hid herself. Then, when the Rook entered at 3 PM, she snuck up from behind and forcibly drove the Rook's spirit out of Miss Faye's body. Drove his spirit out of his body? Her body, sorry. I misread that. No, never mind. I said Miss Faye, right. Drove his spirit out of her body? Impossible.
Objection!
Actually, there is a way to do that. With a Makatama of parting, that is. Use one, anyone can drive a spirit out of a person's body, even if it refuses to leave. You telling me that the extra pale bra Magatama in the tomb was... That it was... That's right, Prosecutor Shimandi. And you've seen him one in action before. You saw how the glowing red Magatama sent the High Priest back to the Twilight Realm. And how it turned a spent pale brown afterwards. In other words, the brown Magatama found in the tomb looked that way because its power had been used up in pushing the Rook's spirit out of Miss Faye's body, right? I'd probably pass out as soon as the Rook's spirit left my body. I was a sus after challenging him for so long after all. After that, Queen Amara must have dressed Miss Faye in her usual outfit and tied her up. I'm not sure where she got the outfit, but we can assume she had it all planned out. Then Queen Amara must have changed into the Rook's clothes, smeared blood onto them, picked up the knife, and channeled the Rook's spirit. And that's how she made it look like the Rook had committed the crime. And that's how she escaped, right under our noses. I don't know, Apollo. The whole thing still seems a bit far-fetched. Rook? What was going through your mind while all this was unfolding? So ultimately, it was all for naught. Naida? Those streams of revolution Daruk was always spouting. They placed nothing but false hope in the minds of the people. And in the end, they were simply fantasies. Naida, how can you... Karma has spoken. The dreams of revolution has withered off on the vine. Its fate is sealed. The other insurgents will soon wake from their shattered dreams. Oh, Rick's dreams can't die like this. I'm not going to sit back and let that happen. I can't and I won't. Naida, don't forget that Rick's been proven innocent. His name is no longer tainted by the charge of murder. Now the rebels and their sympathizers who have been calling for his release can't be charged with abetting the accused. So the revolution is far from over. It's only just begun.
Objection.
No, the rook has not yet been proven innocent. You have merely indicated the possibility of its innocence. What do you mean? Nayuta is indeed dead. Sorry, the rook is indeed dead. However, what if it was the rook who killed Minister Inga while being channeled by Miss Faye? And while the crime could have occurred at 2 p.m., you have yet to substantially prove it. Or do you have conclusive proof that the time Minister Inga's death was at 2 p.m.? Oh, no, but I don't... But... It seems further testimony will be required of me. As it would appear that I have fallen under suspicion, I would like to state my case. Prosecutor Shamandi, the rebellion must be snuffed out once and for all. You must prove Rook Shamandi to be the foul murderer that he is, and every last insurgent and their sympathizers must be found guilty under the Defense Culpability Act. As you wish, Your Eminence. Why is Nadia doing this? Why shouldn't have him under her thumb anymore? Amara's not a hostage, so what gives? Nadia, what's left to chain you to her like this? Very well then, Queen Amara. Please receive your additional testimony. You have no proof. Well done, lawyer. You have painted me as a killer with nothing but your silver tongue. However, you have no evidence proving your distasteful theory. Furthermore, the rook could have committed the crime while being channeled by Miss Faye. Now, let us end this charade. For the eternal glory of Korian and its people. Do you understand now, you putrid pepper? There is no point in defending Daruk any longer. It has all been in vain. Let it go and move on, right? Well, not today. Your theories are but a pillar of salt that crumbles at the slightest breeze. But no more. This ends here and now. The defense will now proceed with its cross-examination. Oh, switch over to Naida. Beyond despair.
Hold it!
Convincing others is all part of a lawyer's trade. I'll take that as a compliment. You would, wouldn't you? I suppose you have deceived countless souls with your lies. But I should not be surprised, considering you've learned from him. Him? You mean Daruk, right? Yes, the man who deceived and seduced me. A grand priestess with his silver tongue. We are still talking about the kiss, right? Surely you have heard of a lady falling for the wrong man before. Ah, but to think that I, of all people, would fall under that devil's spell. Ow. Why did they ever get together in the first place? Let alone procreate. I would advise all here today to beware of this lawyer's silver tongue. Lest you too be unjustly painted as a criminal as I have been.
Hold it!
I admit I don't have any solid evidence yet. But you're the only one who could have committed the crime. What on earth do you mean? Including Miss Faye, there are only 3 spear memes in Korean. Furthermore, when the crime scene was first discovered, Queen Garam was with me and Miss Faye. Sorry, was with me and Mr. Wright, while Miss Faye was tied up in the tomb. Okay, that means that the rook we saw after the minister's murder could have only been channeled by you, Queen Amara, instead of lawyer. Eek, forgive us your mercifulness. Really, Your Majesty?
Objection!
But have you considered the following defense? What if there was, unbeknownst to us, another spear medium in Korean?
Objection!
Oh, come on! What are the chances? You like the evidence to support your claim that Queen Amara is the killer? Okay. Which is why you have had to use the process of elimination to zero in on her. Okay. It therefore stands to reason that you would have to rule out all other possibilities as well. Well, can you eliminate the possibility of another spear medium defense? Of course I can't. Under the circumstances, Apollo, there are 2 ways to establish Amara's guilt. We either prove she killed Inga, or prove she was in the tomb. Which one can I actually prove? I think we'll go with this one. As much as I want to continue the pressing, but I think we can prove she was in the tomb. I can prove that Queen Amara was in the tomb when the murder occurred. It seems you are even bent on painting me as the killer. Well, if the shoe fits. Very well, let us see some evidence that proves I was at the scene of the crime. Do you have some? You do have some, do you not? But there is nothing to prove that I was at the scene of the crime. Well, we can press first. By simply changing into the Rook's clues and channeling spirit, it is the fact that the killer altered the crime scene. How very perceptive of you. In trying to accomplish everything, the killer would have been pressed for time. I may have committed an error that could prove crucial to this case. And sometimes, the significance of certain pieces of evidence can change in the face of new facts and circumstances. Why don't you take another look at all the evidence we have? You think I'll see something in a new light? Is there anything in the tomb that's taken on a different meaning now? And only way to find out is to reconsider each piece based on our current understanding.
Hold it!
Alright. You're saying that the Rook who entered the tomb is the one who killed Minister Inga? I stand firm with the prosecution's original charge against the accused. The only issue is whether that the Rook was alive or dead. That's a pretty major issue. Oh, I beg to differ. For here in Korea, death is not the end. It's merely a change in one's address. The Twilight Realm is only the next door over. Is it really? It is. Those who have only recently passed again away may call upon you in the night. Such occurrences are quite common in our kingdom. Just kidding. Right? In all the time I've spent here, I'm happy to say that that's never happened to me. Me either. Neither. You need not fear death. Embrace it. And along with your guilt, then may you begin your journey to the Twilight Realm. What was it? Wait a minute, I said it. Huh. Well, you've got to make a decision.
Hold it!
Anyway, eternal glory. Once the king of traitors has been judged. Yeah. And the rebellion quell for good bit. Alright. Peace and prosperity shall return to our fair kingdom. Then shall the blessing of the Holy Mother usher in an age of eternal glory. Mara as the Grand Priestess of Quran once more, people would be freed from suffering elements. And faith would blossom anew. Oh, you are too kind. I have no intention of pursuing my position as Grand Priestess. What? I relinquished my position as Queen and Grand Priestess to my sister Garan. And now that my would-be assassin is gone, I am truly free at last. Oh, perhaps I shall take a trip or expand my horizons with new training. Queen Amara! Looks like she's totally over being Grand Priestess and Queen. In that case, I shall introduce you to some wonderful classes that I'm taking. Amara challenged the Rook. She must have been at the scene of the crime. And so, she may have left something behind. Sure, but the question is, did she? Well, if nothing else, you can always try to get her to testify about something else. Right, but first, maybe a quick review of the evidence. Believe this statement, and there is one piece of evidence that has changed its meaning.
Objection!
This right here! Queen Amara. Does this pendant look familiar to you? And the reason I point that out is we'll show it to the front. The Rook has a blue. And it's still there. Why, yeah, that is... We found it in the tomb. And that has the minister's blood on it. Which means it was probably dropped in the course of the crime.
Objection!
And I fail to see how it is relevant to your argument. Does it not belong to the accused? That's what I thought too. After all, the Rook had said it did himself. He said that? Yes, but it was a lie. Because I believe he was covering for someone. Covering? How? For who? This is there's a certain piece of evidence that shows the pendant isn't the Rook's.
Take that!
That's the photo of the accused's body, is it not? Yes, it is, and I'd like to call your attention to a certain spot in it. This right here proves that the pendant that was found in the tomb wasn't the Rook's.
Take that!
You will notice an object near the Rook's left arm. It's an identical pendant, except it's blue. Oh, now that you mention it. Don't you find it a little strange? Why would he own two of them, but in different colors? Here's what I think. The pendants were meant to go together as a pair. A pair? If the blue pendant was the Rook's, then what about this pink one with Minister Inga's blood on it? Who do you suppose it belongs to? Amara's
Objection.
is worrying. Sorry to disappoint, but no fingerprints were found on the pink pendant. Therefore, we have no way of knowing who it belongs to.
Objection.
But that's where you're wrong, Prosecutor Shimande. I'm guessing you didn't know that this pendant is actually a locket. Come again? Nah, this is where it gets interesting. When we open this locket up, we found a faint fingerprint inside, on the back of the lid to be exact. What? No. So now the question is, to whom does the fingerprint belong? Queen Amara! It belongs to you, doesn't it? Oh. It seems I truly rendered the witness speechless this time around. This cannot be. Mother, tell me it does not belong to you. Nayuta, Think about it, Queen Amara. Farouk must have realized that you were channeling his spirit. And he probably already figured out who the minister's killer was. And yet, he still claimed that the pink pendant belonged to him. You want to remind Jason? Huh. Why would he do such a thing? You really don't know. He was protecting you. Because he loved you. He loved you until his very last breath and beyond. I have one more big secret. I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is. I'll be betraying a certain someone if I did. Rook knew everything, and even that he was being used. He kept quiet, all for your sake. Rook, why do you always? Well, Queen Amara, Rook, the one whose love for you never wavered all these years. Are you going to betray him now? Rook, This cannot be. I refuse to accept it. Queen Amara, are you ready to confess to your crime? Huh. No. First, I haven't used it for things. I can deny it no longer. I need to come up with some new stuff then. The truth is, it was I, Amara Sakatar Karayan, who slew Minister Inga. That's preposterous! What? Why? He gets back off very quickly after that. This is beyond belief! Mother, why would you? Forgive me, Naida. I never wished to cause you such sorrow. But I had no choice. It was the only way. The only way? Yeah, Inferno, think about it. I'm still in the point of going through what you did last year. When it ends, Queen Amara and the Rukshamandi. Suppose this means that they were unable to reconcile while he was still alive. I know. I'm much more curious now if I can finish it by the end of the year or not, but we'll see. I don't think the state of the kingdom or the incident of the past would have allowed that. They were prisoners of their shared history, so to speak. Namar, there's something I need to know. Yep. You have staged a near-perfect crime. So why did you bring this pendant into the tomb with you? You should have known it would come back to haunt you. I do not really understand it myself. I had nearly been assassinated by my own husband. Yet I couldn't bear any hatred towards him. I was unable to discard this, or part with it for even a short time. As with the Rook, I have never stopped loving my husband for the past 23 years. Mother. So she really believed it? That the Rook tried to assassinate her? Like if it Astro Bones Sumar. Okay, yeah, that's just been updated. Your Majesty, is it not time? Time to declare the Rook innocent? I would ask that you do this for my beloved, who now dwells in the Twilight Realm. Very well then. Your Eminence, Prosecutor Monday, if you have no further objections. This cannot be. My mother. I have no objections. I did it. I finally did it. I proved your innocence. But... very well then. Being that Queen Amara yet lives, we can no longer charge the accused with an assassination that never came to fruition. As for the murder of Minister Inga, the truth has been laid bare for us all to see. Therefore, no. I will now pass judgment upon the accused, Mr. Dirk Shamande. Hold it. Oh. Your benevolence. I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, your benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. What's with her all of a sudden? Is this some sort of lingering affection towards Naya? Rafa. Speak the truth, Queen Amara. Did you really kill my father? Yes, there is no mistake. She has confessed to the crime, thereby clearing the accused of all suspicions. As such, I see no need to continue these proceedings. Barbed head! A hornhead! Are you going to let this stand? The Rook's been proven innocent, and he's about to be declared not guilty. And so, something doesn't feel right. Apollo, if you have any doubts, now's the time to raise them. After all, the courtroom is a place for finding the whole truth. But it's all up to you. There are definitely things that don't quite add up. Does this mean that the whole truth hasn't been brought to light yet? Should I push to continue this trial? I believe there isn't anything we can get here. But we'll just move on. Your Majesty, I have a feeling we haven't discovered the whole truth. And the only way we'll ever find it is to continue this trial. Hornhead! Very well then. Will the defense please tell us this? What important fact about this case is yet to come to light? Queen Amara, there's something I still don't understand. What was your motive for killing Justice Minister Inga? That is a fair question, and one that I shall answer now. It was for the future of this kingdom that I slew Inga on Karayan. To avert further tragedy, his death was an unfortunate necessity. Necessity. Further tragedy? Over the past several years, Minister Inga had been rapidly expanding his power. He had established the secret police and was relentless in his pursuit of the insurgents. He even had the overwhelming support of the people, but he was not satisfied. Hungry for more power, he began planning a coup de grace. You know what I mean? You mean his plot involved in the Founder's Orb, which led to Maya's abduction? Yes, Minister Inga planned to use the orb to gain access to great spiritual power. After which, he would assassinate Garan and usurp the throne. His machination was reminiscent of that terrible tragedy of 23 years ago. And as one affected by that incident, Amara vowed to never allow a repeat of such events. Yes, and the Holy Mother delivered upon me the perfect opportunity to fulfill my vow. Security amidst the courtyard was rather light due to the rite of channeling. And Inga had barricaded himself in the tomb with his hostage, away from prying eyes. I knew I would never again have such a perfect opportunity, so... At 2 p.m., during the rite of channeling, I slipped into the tomb and slew the minister. My bracelet! Hollow. Yep. Seems this trial is far from over. Queen Amara, I believe you're still hiding something. But if you want to keep playing this game of hide and seek, then let's start with that last statement you made. If I must. We're permitted to use it in the court too. Let's just give it on this finger first before I actually do anything. It's the finger!
Gotcha.
Me and the Inferno have known each other for a long time. Queen Amara, you're not very comfortable talking about the 2 o'clock rite chilling, are you? I can tell because your finger on your left hand twitches almost imperceptibly when you did. Oh? And that potion. Is there something about your chest that makes you nervous? It's not What do you mean? Murder occurred at 2 p.m. I'm pretty positive Amara was in the tomb at that time. Then why is she so self-conscious about her chest when she talks about the rite? The rite of channeling. Didn't Albie snap a picture of it? Queen Amara, I have here a picture of the rite of channeling. It's been secretly taken by a certain individual.
Objection!
Such insolence! I would have the perpetrator named at once. Sorry, no can do. See, I just happened to find it on the ground, so... You take me for a fool. How about we discuss the photo's origin a little later? Right, because right now... There's something much more pressing at hand. I believe this photo merits further examination. Huh. I just wish there was more to see than darkness and more darkness. You might be able to make out a few more details with some image adjustments. Let's examine if she can help. Bailiff, please summon Detective Sky to the Hall of Justice. Here you are. I was able to obtain a much clearer image by raising the brightness. Huh? What's that right there? An injury? No, wait. I think it's a burn scar. Alright, that's been updated. Wait a second. Your emeralds. You don't have a burn scar like that on your chest. What's going on here? The person in this photo isn't Queen Ron, then who is it?
Take that!
Wait a moment. I've also learned occasionally not to talk about the question from some of his decisions regarding like PCs and stuff. Dude knows his stuff. Person's photo isn't Queen Gamara. Queen Gamara, sorry, it's you posting Asur, isn't it? The two of you look quite similar, but that's no surprise considering you're sisters. Even the shape and precision of your facial tattoos are almost exactly the same. And you are both capable of channeling spirits. Therefore, it would have been easy for you to impersonate Queen Garan. Queen Amara! You have a burn scar on your chest, don't you? Please remove the red medallion so we can see what's behind it for ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. Look! It's the exact same burnt scar as the one in the photo. I don't understand. I knew it. So the person in this photo really is... Yes, it's Queen Amara. Sorry, this person's... This is absurd! Are you suggesting they switched places? Amara's confession earlier was also false. Mother? What is the meaning of this? Don't you see? This changes everything! We know for a fact that this photo was taken at 2 PM. The exact time the murder took place. But that would mean Queen Amara couldn't have possibly committed this crime. Exactly. She now has an ironclad alibi. So Mr. Inga's killer couldn't have been Queen Amara. I'm afraid I no longer follow the fence. Was it not Queen Amara who channeled the minister and the accused to stage the crime? Yes, that fact has not changed. We have evidence placing her at the scene of the crime. And Durek could have only been there in the tomb if she was channeling him, or telling him. Which means, while Queen Amara did use spirit channeling to stage the crime, she didn't kill Minister Inga. His real killer is someone else. Pokunga! What's going on here? Was her merciless covering for someone? If Queen Amara is not the killer, then who is it? Isn't it obvious? Why was this rite held in the first place if Queen Ram wasn't going to perform it? Who was behind the two sisters switching places, and for what reason? The answer to these questions, along with the establishment of Queen Amara's alibi, obliterates a certain someone's else's alibi. Why did it take the long way?
Take that!
Why nuts? Is this some kind of joke? No, Your Majesty. I could never joke about something so grave. The only one who seems to have a perfect alibi at the time of the murder was Her Eminence, Garan Sekazar Karayan. Queen Amara, didn't your sister Queen Garan ask you to pose as her and perform the rite of channeling? And didn't she also have? And then she also have you drive Daruk's spirit of Misface's body, and then stage the crime scene to make it look like he was make it look like he was the minister's killer. And at 2 p.m. while you're performing the rite of channeling as Queen Garan, didn't she kill Minister Inga while disguised as Daruk? Well, your mercifulness. It's no use trying to hide it any longer. You need to tell us the truth. 9! Mother. Justice Minister Inga's true color is... Mother! No! I really did it! Your Eminence! My life is yours! Isn't he one of Garan's loyal guards? Queen Amara! Bailiff! Arrest that guardsman! Mother! Garan couldn't have... Could she? Someone call for an ambulance! Quickly now! Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave the part, by the way. Right. We will leave it 9. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to wrap things up here. Hope to get back this week. We'll be back on this Monday, which is going to be the finale of this episode. No, but tomorrow is Kingdom Hearts, and I have to do a bit of grinding and the last 3 world stories we have to do. No, but that being said, I hope it's good. This weekend, a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.